Hi Tarot friends, it's Jade here with Tarot Your Truth, and I'm back with another deck walkthrough. This one is for the Daemon Tarot by Ariana Osborne. And it says at the top there, sorry, The Forbidden Wisdom of the Infernal Dictionary. Original illustrations by Louis Breton, from Jacques-Auguste Simon Collin de Plancy's Dictionnaire Infernal, so the Infernal Dictionary. This deck I got quite a few months ago now, and it's interesting. So I got it as part of, I didn't go and purchase it. I probably would not have purchased this on my own, but I was purchasing a lot of about 10 decks, which someone had put out locally here, who they had just found in an abandoned shipping container, and this was one of the decks that came along with it. So it took me actually 1 or 2 months to even open it. I'm still doing some deprogramming, I guess you could say, but I hadn't realized actually. At one point I just said, you know what, this is ridiculous. I'm going to open it and see what it's all about and at least give it a chance and read it. And I'm glad I did. Number one, I didn't realize that there was a difference between demons and daemons. But there's nothing overly dark about this deck at all, actually. And if you don't have this deck, I encourage you to have a quick look at it anyways. Keep an open mind. I just want to go through here, actually. Okay, it talks about a spread. Okay, so each individual card, and I'll show you the cards in just a moment. And I'm sorry I can't get this whole thing in the shot right now. But so this is the first daemon, I guess, is called Abigor. And so you'll always have the card illustration on the left, and then a page on the description on the right. So it just says Abigor. It tells you a little bit about the card from, again, the Encyclopedia Demonica, I think it was called. It tells you a little bit about the specific demon and daemon, sorry, not demon, and what their strengths were. So, for example, Abigor's strength is his knowledge of war and strategy. And his greater skill is the knowledge of how to gain the trust and loyalty of soldier. There you go. And then the next section, so that's annotation. The next section is inspiration. Again, tells you a little bit about that. And then it gives you something, a message on the divination aspect of things. So in this case, focus on fostering loyalty and building teamwork skills. So, it's not telling you to go strangle a baby and feed it to the dog or anything like that at all. It's actually been quite insightful, I'll have to say. So let me just look at the back of the book here. Yeah, no, there wasn't anything else. There is one particular spread which they talk about, but they actually don't show specifically as a diagram. So that is the book. Now let's look at the cards. I haven't made a wrap for these yet. Let's see if I can get these here without just using a little keepsake box as a support. Hopefully the lighting is okay. All right, so this is the backs of the cards. And this is actually one of the daemons, which is in the encyclopedia, which is not actually shown. It's actually not one of the cards. I think the total number of daemons that there were, there was one card less, so one of them was the inscription on the back. All right, so let's do this, and we'll go through the cards. So this is one. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Okay, so Paimon is a king of hell who manifests as a man with a feminine face astride a camel. He commands 200 fallen angels, half previously of the heavenly order of powers. And so each card basically just gives you the name, the photo, or the drawing, the depiction, and then tells you specifically who or what that specific daemon is, and their position in the order of things. So Behemoth, the Lord of Gluttony, came a fallen angel and president of hell with 30 military units under his command. Cerberus, a marquis of hell with 29 military units under his command. He may appear in the guise of a raven or a three-headed dog, and his voice is hoarse. Torngarsuk is an Inuit god who watches over the fishermen of Greenland. He may appear as a bear or a one-armed man, and he speaks with the familiar spirits of the village shamans. Alastor is the strict executioner who carries out the sentences passed down by the rulers of hell. The word Alastor may refer to any avenging spirit or to the personification of wrathful justice. Witch's Round. The Witch's Round is a ritual dance that often involves leaping, whirling, and spinning wildly around the fire. 3 is the number of power, and the dance is often performed in set steps of 3. Moloch. I'm not going to read all of them because I don't want this video to be 3 hours long. Balin. Amdusias. Picolis, a Prussian spirit of the underworld. Malphus, a president of hell who has governance over 40 legions. Alisur, a duke of hell. Stolas, a prince of hell. Belphegor, or Baal Peor, is a lord of hell. Gangagramma may have been loosely based on some Hindu legends, but with much lost or changed in translation. Furfur, account of hell. Buer, president of hell. Vual, also transcribed as Wal or Uval, was once the angelic order of powers. Oribus. So despite this was once an angel, but he advocated sending fire to heaven and was cast out for his rebellious suggestion. Now he constantly maintains the furnaces of hell with his bellows. Okay, so despite the, their interesting, their weird, very weird appearance, and their position in the hell world, I guess, the Christian hell anyway. As I said, it's really weird because the readings I have had have been very, very, very insightful and very uplifting. The readings I did, I asked some pretty specific questions, and it was, I was doing some shadow work, and I asked, my questions were about how to handle certain situations and what I should do about certain things. And the answers I got were actually very, very helpful, very uplifting, very upbeat, very positive, and empowering. Not, and again, we go back to, like, this is a Christian. This came, I guess, from a Christian document, right? So this guy here that we just did, this was from the Egyptian. It says possibly related to the Egyptian Ammon. And this is Sabbath, so the gathering of the witches for ritual or celebrations. So it's very Christian, right? The Christians vilified the witches and any other groups of people or deities or whatnot that sort of fell in the more pagan world. So including Hinduism. So take that all with, take everything with a grain of salt, make up your own mind. And, whatever you believe is fine. It's up to you. But I, for one, am kind of glad that I didn't let my Christian pre-programming keep me from opening this deck and actually trying it out and using it. So again, Kali, so we're going back to the Hinduism, right? All of a sudden it's she's a demon. So I guess I would just urge you to make up your own mind. If you are a hardcore Christian, well, chances are you're not, because you're watching a tarot video, and the name of the video is right on the YouTube, so you probably wouldn't have clicked it if you are a hardcore on the hardcore Christian side of things. But whatever you believe is fine. Just, I urge you to just make up your own mind. Agorist, Asmodeus, the Lamia, whoops, Marcosius, Nikar, also Nyx, Nick, spirits of the rivers, lakes, and oceans of Europe. Although they may sometimes be mischievous or cruel, they have also been known to save drowning men. We're almost to the end. Oh, so we have a Slavic spirit. Personification of greed. Brooms. Bolak. And Domus. That is it. So there are, what did we say? 50. I think it said that there were 55. No, I can't remember actually how many cards there are. 60 something, 68 I think. Sorry, I don't have that exact number. I have not edged this deck. This is pretty, it's kind of like cardboardy, sort of semi-matte finish. They feel pretty sturdy, like they're not super thin. And although it says it is a tarot deck, it is called the Daemon Tarot, I would say this is more of an oracle deck, and I've been using it more as an oracle deck. Yeah, because it doesn't have any of the suits, right? So that is, there's a shot at the back again. Les cartes infernales. And yeah, so do you have this deck? Have you seen this deck? Have you checked it out? If you have it, do you use it? Are you scared of it? Yeah, I'm curious to know what your thoughts about this deck are. Please leave me a message, leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear your experiences with it, because as I said, my experiences have been pretty decent. I haven't used it a ton, but the few readings that I have done with this have been super helpful. So yeah, so that is the Daemon Tarot by Ariana Osborne, with the illustrations by Louis Breton, or Louis Breton, however you pronounce that. And I hope you enjoy this. I hope you give it a try if you feel inclined to, and we'll see you next time.